And what's... I saw that. You didn't sneak that past me. I saw back there he had a chessboard. Edgeworth wants to be cool or perish. I love him so much. A little walk away. Oh my god. What the? It's you losers. That's all we need. Alright, yo, how's it going? I'm really excited to be back. It is New Year's Eve for me. I'm playing this a little bit before New Year, so it'll be New Year's when this comes out. I'm really excited. This music is exciting. I haven't played this in like a month, so I'm gonna forget what was going on, but I have been itching to play. Oh, that is the case we're on. There's something about that dog and a bell, so I'm excited. Let's do this. I hope everybody had an excellent New Year's and a good holiday, and I'm really happy and I'm excited to do this. It's been too long. I've been meaning to finish this real bad. Okay. Eddie Fender. I can't remember what was going on. Frank saw it. Sweet. Bracelet sorted. Now on to murdering, yeah?
What? No, I didn't kill anybody.
Whoa there, Palio. You were the one that said your bracelet was out of commission. Or were there other inmates freely roaming the halls while everyone was busy watching the show? Right. Turnabout Big Top was here.
No, I just found the body, that's all, I promise.
He had his bracelet and he snuck into the second room.
And when I did, that enormous dog still had his mouth wrapped around the poor man's neck. I only went to the workshop after the beast had left.
And why did you go in?
Well, oh fine, I wanted to go through his pockets, okay?
He was going to rob the corpse. That explains why he remembers Knight's ring in so much detail. Hey, why are you looking at me like that? I'm a great thief. I'd never stoop so low as to steal from a...
Well, I didn't steal anything either. The show ended just after I'd entered the room, and all the other inmates came trickling downstairs thereafter. I panicked, rushed back to the other workshop, and started my fake screaming.
And dropped a glove in your haste, huh? Okay. Oh, okay. I guess this all just about hangs together. Anything smelling funky to you, Miles? Other than when Mr. Sod is the one who did it, I'd say one very significant question still remains. Okay. The question of how Knight made it into the prison proper from his holding cell in the detention center. Whew, yeah, that one's a doozy. I also can't help but wonder about another key feature of Mr. Sod's testimony. That dog's involvement can only mean one thing. Mr. Sod.
Yes, so what is it?
Were you the only prisoner who didn't go to watch the show?
Well, no.
There was one other who didn't. Am I right in thinking that this person couldn't have watched the show even if he wanted to?
Yes. How did you...
I knew it. I had my suspicions when we first ran into the Black Dog yesterday, but this confirms it. For a criminal that dangerous to end up in a place like this is unbelievable. But where's this person's cell?
You're gonna see him?
Who are we talking about here?
Him. He's not like other prisoners, you know. He's special. Gets treated like royalty. But you didn't hear that from me. All I'll say is, if you value your life, you'll stay well away from him.
What? Will you please stop trying to scare us all the time? Huh, the big cheese, huh? Well, I, for one, definitely value my life, so that sucks.
They keep him in maximum security.
Which is over there. Oh, I was complaining that Saw didn't have an animal, and so we're maybe thinking that this really wild prisoner has the dog as his animal pet? Maximum security. Well, that's certainly one way of treating someone differently. These games you really gotta play, like, you can't take that long of a break, because I'm like reading this, like really squinting, like, yeah, that's right. I don't remember what is going on. But I'm getting it. I'm kind of remembering. The thing that's going to suffer most of all is the voices. I could not tell you, if gun to my head, what Eddie Fender's voice sounded like. Couldn't tell you.
Alright, quit being so mysterious and tell us who he is already. Let's just say he's highly skilled when it comes to people's lives. Better than anyone, in fact.
I have no fucking clue who that is. Let me think. It's probably someone we've met? Or not. Edgeworth knows him, though.
And that's all I'm prepared to say on the subject. In fact, I may have already said too much.
Well, Milesy, anything you care to share? Or are you gonna leave K9 in the dark here, too? The mystery man in maximum security is an old acquaintance. Okay. Let's go pay him a visit. I suspect we'll find our dark K9 friend there, too. Da-da-da. Hello, bunny. Oh my goodness. I want to see what the little pixel animals look like, because these guys are so cute. I like this cat a lot. I like this bunny a lot. I like the pig a lot. I like this little monkey sitting on a rock in his own little area. Alright, let's go. It's extra spooky.
Wow, it's pitch black in there. I can't see a thing.
But didn't you say that the Yatagarasu takes flight even in the dead of night or something? Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares take flight. One alone soars to shine, the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatagarasu. Whoa, you are one powerful performer. Thanks, but that doesn't help me see in the dark. I'm a human, not a three-legged raven. Dope. What? I hope this is cute. I hope for the life of me that this is like a guy who's best friends with a dog. And he's actually not a bad guy or evil, but he just has his little homie. That voice, I knew it. It has been far too long. You remember me? I could hardly forget now, could I? After all, you are the one who put me away. Mr. Edgeworth, are you talking to that dog? Or is there someone else in there? Still can't see a dang thing. Oh, but I am forgetting myself. Forgive me, I do not often receive visitors. One moment, I will turn on the lights. That's funny. Okay. This is a new guy. And what's... I saw that. You didn't sneak that past me. I saw back there he had a chessboard. I kind of guessed right on the voice, though. You are a heavy-footed lot. Am I right in thinking that there are 3 of you in all? Oh, he's blind. Is his head supposed to be big because he's like a bishop? Is that what we're getting at? Very well. Perhaps we should start by introducing ourselves. Is that a Daruma doll? I am Bodhidharma Kanis. Bodhidharma Kanis. I don't get the pun if there is. As you may have gathered, Mr. Edgeworth and I are old acquaintances. Kanis was a notorious assassin. Okay, that kind of checks out. Whoa! I like that he's got a dog. Some knew him as the Blind Butcher. How would they know? Oh my god, all our friends got killed by definitely a blind guy. His only weapons were a vicious hunting hound and a fearsomely sharp knife. His appearance was always announced by the sound of bells, like the dog's bell. The last sound his victims would ever hear. I like this. This is good. I like when we get to meet Saw It too, but I always like when there's a new character. This feels like Ace Attorney, you know what I mean? In a way that like maybe Investigations 1 didn't. Like there were that many like really, I don't know, I might be bugging. It just felt like there were a lot of callbacks or like trying to introduce new things that were not as sticky or as like, I don't know, that had like that kind of Ace Attorney feel. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I to guess why you have come to see me? You know why I'm here. In fact, I'm willing to bet you know every detail of this sorry little affair already. Then I suppose we have nothing to hide from one another. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's so cute. Your faithful canine friend is currently the chief suspect in a murder investigation. The person who found the body saw a dog with its mouth around the victim's throat. He was definitely just like getting something, like he was getting a bell off of his neck or something. Your witness is mistaken. Helmut is a gentle soul. He is my eyes, nothing more. It is absurd to think that he would do such a thing, isn't it, boy? Yes it is. You're a good boy, aren't you? That dog is so cute. Helmut is more than a mere seeing eye dog, and he's certainly no good boy. He's also a trained killer. A weapon once used in this mansion's sordid trade. Man's, excuse you, Philip. I'm interested in this. This is sick. This witness of yours, he is trustworthy, I assume. Saw is anything but trustworthy, and he's still very much a suspect himself. I can hardly claim that his testimony is beyond reproach. No then. I thought as much. Yes, I did, Helmut, yes. It figures he already knew who our witness is. What were you doing between 8 and 10 a.m. yesterday morning, Mr. Kanis? During the show, you mean? I was here, ensconced in these humble surroundings. I have oh, of course he was sitting in the dark. He's blind, duh. I have developed a passion for wood carving, you see. An obsession, even. I was engrossed in it all morning. I like that. That's nice. I'm trying to look at the game. Okay. Interesting. Okay, interesting. I was trying to do like a chess.com, see if there's like a checkmate puzzle. And you have permission to engage in such a hobby? I can't believe someone would actually let you. The warden and I have an understanding. An understanding. That's ridiculous. This man shouldn't be allowed 1, let alone 5 chisels. They're nothing but lethal weapons in his hands. I was carving Buddhist pieces at first, but by the 674th, my interest had begun to wane. Whoa, that must have taken forever. Time is all I have, child. This is a good, I like the way he's written, I like what he's up to. In any case, my focus has now shifted to pieces such as these. Oh, what the fuck piece is that? I am tweaking. I thought that was, I don't know why I thought that was like a knight. Oh, maybe it is a knight. Yeah, but the Cerberus piece is bonkers. It could be a knight. It's maybe a queen. It's kind of shaped like a knight. I didn't know you played chess. You play too, do you not, prosecutor? Perhaps one day you might indulge me. Though you may find my game rather rudimentary. I only began after my arrival here, I'm afraid. What's that piece? A dog with 3 heads. Ah, yes, the dogs of war. You must forgive my little joke. Chess is, after all, a game of war. Soldiers, knights, castles, all doing their utmost to protect the king, all loyal to the last. I have always thought it strange that such a game is no place for a dog. After all, what more loyal weapon could an army call upon? Still, it's simply a piece I made for fun. Fear not, I play by the regular rules and with the regular pieces. What do you mean, fear not? That's funny. Like, if you were to play him at chess, you'd just be like, I don't know, I don't play with the normal pieces, I got a few extras. Like, that's just a different game. I can't imagine it's easy finding opponents to play here in prison, though. Oh, I have my correspondence. Correspondence chess, then. Sharing moves by post. Yes, even prisoners are allowed to send and receive letters. Their contents are inspected, of course. Although I have yet to receive the details of my current opponent's next move. That's nuts. Okay, there's totally some kind of something is getting snuck into prison via chess code. And maybe the current opponent is a bad guy in this game. I wonder. This is very, like, Gavin coded from Apollo Justice. I feel like I don't have to cut the drinks of coffee out because it feels Ace Attorney style. I'm into this. I'm so into this. I love text-based games. I've been playing, I played Fata Morgana recently, and I've been playing Amori, and I feel like I've grown more into being like, I just like to read. Like, when I was maybe younger, I would skip through or get kind of bored or be like, oh my god, when are we going to get to court? But I'm so into this. Like, yes, tell me more. And it feels like there's not that much like wiggling with like, oh my god, what do I have to present? It's just like, I know exactly what's going on. I'm really interested. I want to hear what this guy has to say. I don't even care about the case. I just like this character, actually. Give me his name again. Also, this is totally somebody that we're going to go back in the past and meet, right? Like when, maybe not. I know we go back and play as Gregory Edgeworth. So I don't know. But just everybody else being like, who the hell is this guy? And Edgeworth's like, yeah, put him away a long time ago. That is kind of sus. I suppose you know the identity of the deceased Mr. Kanis. His name was Bronco Knight, was it not? Poor unfortunate soul. You keep your ear to the ground. My ears are all I have, Mr. Edgeworth. Why am I not surprised that he's plugged into the prison's information network? But perhaps he was not so unfortunate after all. What do you mean? Mr. Knight's crime was a grave one, a crime for which he would have been made to pay dearly anyway. The attempted assassination of a president. That is no small matter. Attempted assassination. Wait, Mr. Edgeworth, didn't Mr. Knight... Yes, we proved that he murdered his team leader and that there was no attempt on the president's life. Could it be? Are they attempting to cover up President Wong's fake assassination scheme? Whoa there, cowboy. You're saying the Bronxter didn't actually have a pop at the Prez? I was hired to defend him on the charge of attempted murder. Oh, that's nuts. You mean you don't know what actually happened? So what, they just blamed the whole assassination thing on Mr. Knight? It would explain why the committee was so keen to get involved. They didn't want Edgeworth prosecuting him for what he really did. They didn't think Edgeworth would just find out and swapped in that wiener. And swapped in that wiener kid to push through an attempted murder charge. In other words, they're trying to cover up the truth. So they really were trying to frame him, huh? According to the guards, this night, was it? They tell me he was violently insistent that he had attempted no assassination, which would have come out anyway when the case went to trial. I am no expert in legal matters, but allow me to say this one thing. Wait, why was Knight arguing? That's such... whatever. He would have gotten off so much lighter. Maybe. Attempted assassination on the president maybe is kind of a big deal. Oh, isn't this music? That sounded like a motif from something else. I don't know if it's this game. I know for a certainty that he would not have been the first inmate imprisoned on false pretenses. An uncomfortable fact, but a fact nonetheless. Yes, Helmut, yes it is, yes. The courtroom is not always the bastion of truth you believe it to be, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh man, we're really digging into this. I'm into it. I want to know what happened with him. I have the feeling that he was a bad guy that got put away unjustly, which is, you know, interesting. No bastion of truth, huh? I've heard something to that effect before. Been too many months for me, I don't remember. Yes, from a certain Interpol agent who doesn't have much faith in prosecutors. Shi Long Long. Shi Long Long? What's his name? Shi Long Long? Ah, whatever. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors, too, are you? Fueled by that kind of thinking, is it any wonder that courts produce nothing but fantasies, falsities, and lies? God, I'm eating shit here. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Incredible, love him. I never was fully able to dispel his mistrust of prosecutors. He's gotta come back then if we're re-mentioning him. Even Helmut understands. Don't you, Helmut? Yes, you do. The truths revealed in court and your deductions, it is dangerous to trust either implicitly. Ugh. But I am not bitter. You are not the first to make me a subject of unfounded suspicions in recent days. In fact, I was visited by another prosecutor only yesterday. He was accompanied by a judge. They even dragged the warden along, her distaste for me lingering unspoken in the air. Not those two again. Prosecutor Winter and Judge Gavel. They went over my cell with a fine-tooth comb, but they left empty-handed. They were looking for the murder weapon, I believe. To no avail. Evil Buddha back there is fucking sick looking. I wonder if he hid it in one of his wood carvings. But I mustn't take it personally. Rumor has it they searched every cell in the prison, and still failed to find what they were looking for. I pray they weren't too disappointed. Prison search. Okay, so... yeah. Well, that posed more questions than it answered. What do we do now? Saad's testimony is flimsy at best. I'll need more proper evidence if I want to take Kanis on. Well, I think that's... the dog's out? I think that's quite enough chit-chat for one day. He's not showing us out permanently, right? Let's get out of here, come on! Edward's so cool. I don't care, whatever. Until next time, Mr. Kanis. It does pain me that our brief time must end just as we were becoming reacquainted. I await your return, Mr. Edgeworth. Edgeworth wants to be cool or perish. I love him so much. A little walk away. Oh my god. And there's a new little monkey up there. Now to gather the evidence I need to bolster my case. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth! That's the best hiding spot she could find. It's alright, Kay. You can come down now. Where's Fender? He ran off somewhere. I had no idea he could move that fast. You too, girl. Fender. So, what do we do now? You and I will continue the investigation, and I know just where to start. By solving that one particular mystery that's been dogging us this whole time. I'm not looking. Let me think. Murder weapon? Knight's body was found in one of the prison workshops, but... Oh, how he got there. He was presumably being detained in one of the detention center's holding cells. So how did he wind up on the other side of those heavy security doors? Let's start by investigating the holding cells. And Mr. Knight's room, right? But what about Mr. Fender? I'm sure he'll find us when he's ready. Sure, but he is kind of our boss, isn't he? Oh well. Oh, teleport. The victim cell is just over there. Lead the way, Mr. Edgeworth. He's serving so much. I love the way he walks. His walk cycle is so cute. I have just about had it. Who's that? Oh, this woman. Oh, I can't remember her voice to save my life. Warden Lagarde. She must have come from the corridor marked no entry. He's still not talking, ma'am. Even with the evidence you borrowed from the precinct. No, and I've tried so many times I've lost count. What am I supposed to do? I can't send in a blank report. I guess a killer for hire was always going to be a tough nut to crack. A killer for hire. Oh. I couldn't help overhearing Warden Lagarde, but were you just talking about Bodhidharma Kanis? My, you were listening. How very gauche of you. A girl's privacy is her armor, you know. Is she going to take off that coat later and have an outfit under it? Do you normally conduct interrogations of the man yourself? Oh, it's not just him, darling. I try to have the occasional tete-a-tete with everyone, you see. I don't know. I'm guessing. That's what it means to be a member of the family in this little home of ours. There isn't a person who hasn't made the pilgrimage to my office at least once. Your office? How sweet. He's angling for an invite. Well, I suppose it is the hottest ticket in town. It's down this corridor here, darling. But FYI, I don't just let anybody wander in willy-nilly. The room right between where we're thinking Knight maybe got brought in. I'm suddenly alarm bells ringing, suspicious of her. If she doesn't have like a testimony and break soon, I think she might be the bad guy. Let's see, that would put it right around here. Right between where Knight... Oh my god. It is a wonderful room if I do say so myself. All my guests rave about it. And who wouldn't want a view of my fabulous garden in the yard? Ooh la la. The yard? If it's anything like the rest of the place, it's probably full of adorable animals, right? Can I see? Okay. Oh, darling, it's sweet of you to take an interest, but I'm afraid that's just not possible. Why not? Because you're not a member of our home. If you want to see it that badly, you'll just have to get convicted for doing something unspeakable. That's a rather steep price to pay. Oh, but just listen to me chattering away like there's no tomorrow. It's time for Allie's lunchy brunch. The poor dear will be dying. Allie? The sweetest little dear in all the world. I know I shouldn't have favorites, but you know how it is. Now, to the yard with me. Ciao for now, darlings. Oh. I wanted to ask her more about Kanis, but she dominated that conversation from start to finish. Isn't that interesting? Let's go investigate the victim's shell, shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Okay, a lot of things. So this is Knight's cell. When do you think he was brought in, Mr. Edgeworth? It would have to have been the evening of the 25th, just after the event at the lake. What date's today? What's going on? Okay, whatever. I just wanted to see if it was a little Christmas murder. I can't remember if this was happening around Christmas. And then, at some point, he wound up in the prison proper. But how? There must be some evidence here that will point us in the right direction.
All right, let's get looking, Mr. Edgeworth.
Okay. Detention center, holding cell. And... okay.
Reflected in the mirror is a security camera. A great thief's greatest enemy. Nothing about this place is very thief-friendly, if I'm being honest.
I think that might be entirely deliberate, Kay. Guard! I'd like you to retrieve the footage from this security camera and review it as carefully as you can. If you see anything out of the ordinary, inform me immediately. Yes, sir! Oh, I'm so excited. I must scour the scene and inspect anything. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's the fucking chessboard. I'm positive. Oh, what's a menu doing here, Mr. Edgeworth? It seems that those held in detention center are able to choose what they'd like to eat each day. If they can afford it, that is. Money makes the world go round, I guess. But doesn't that make life super easy for rich detainees? Well, Kay, bear in mind that the people held in these cells haven't been found guilty yet. Some of them don't deserve to be punished. Quite a few of them, in fact. So you're saying it's fine that people with money don't have as hard a time as everybody else does? Or how did I wind up defending the practices of the detention system? Wow, that's a lot of books. Let's take a look. You'll Laugh Tomorrow, an anthology, Understanding Animal Emotions, Life as a Pet Stylist. Maybe there was more to Mr. Knight than met the eye. Sadly, I don't think that these were his. They were likely specially selected and placed here for the detainees, with the hope that they would want to better themselves during their time here. A second chance at life. Interviews with a former prisoner. These books appear to have been written by current model prisoners and former inmates. Oh, I like the looks of this one. 200 Days to Freedom, an escape story. That's really funny, having a break out of prison book in jail. And this one too, Making Money While Serving Time. This facility may have more deeply rooted problems than I thought. Hey, look at this weird piece of paper. There's some sort of grid on it. Let's take a closer look. Dude, I mean, come on. Oh, that dog is a rook. The grid appears to be a chess diagram. The victims, I suppose. What's a chess diagram? A visual representation of a game of chess. See how all the locations of the pieces are marked. This seems to be a closely fought contest, but perhaps if this pawn were... No, wait. Not now, Mr. Edgeworth. This is not the time to be playing games. That's what I did when I saw it. First thing I did was like... But the thing that's really interesting to me is that the rook... I can't remember what color it was, but I remember looking at that dog and being like, oh, well, it's probably not a rook because we have a different rook on the board that doesn't look like that. So I thought it was a bishop or a knight or something, but... Yes, I suppose you're right. This isn't the first time I've seen this configuration of pieces. It was from a different perspective, but it was definitely the same game. Perhaps it would be wise to take another look at the evidence in my possession. Oh, let me present something. Deduce. It's chess game. I've seen it before. Rook, next move bishop to g2. It's white to play. He's Bronco Knight is white, it looks like. And Buddhist guy is black and just moved his bishop.
Enough with the chess chat, Mr. Edgeworth. We're supposed to be investigating here. Focus.
I am investigating. This particular bit of chess chat could prove to be vital. Now, take a look at this. Can you tell me what it is? Wait, no, I'm totally tweaking. The dog is just not on the board. That's noteworthy. It's the chess set we saw in Mr. Kanis' cell, which means that's like the murder weapon or something. But I don't really know the rules of chess, so the rules of the game are not important here. What's important is the positions of the pieces. Compare the ones in Mr. Kanis' cell with these. Do you notice anything? I don't know which piece is which or anything, but if you turn the diagram like this, there are pieces in the same squares. Indeed, there's no dog on the diagram, but that's to be expected. Apart from that, however, the positions of the pieces are identical. And what does that tell us? Oh, I have my correspondence. Yeah. As unlikely as it may seem, Mr. Kanis' chess opponent was
Mr. Knight?
This could be just the proof we need to show that Mr. Kanis had a connection to the victim. Interesting. The bowl is nice and spotless, and there are no signs that the toilet paper has been used. Nice. Everything seems to be in order with this toilet here.
What? Are you serious?
Why? What's wrong?
There's no door. There's not even a curtain.
Whoever designed this place should have thought a little more about the people who have to live here. I think there might be a reason behind the open plan layout. His jacket? This must be Knight's suit jacket. So I've been doing some research on my own. Oh, and what have you discovered? I've discovered the guys who look good in suits tend to be popular with the ladies. But don't worry, guys with frilly neck ruffles are next on my research list. Please stop.
Hey look, this newspaper's got a chunk of it missing.
You're right. A few of its pages have been roughly torn out. But why? Maybe Mr. Knight wanted to clean his cell but didn't have a cleaning cloth. It's not a totally implausible theory, I suppose, but who would try to clean their cell? And look at that. Oh, I'm tweaking. Oh no, I'm not tweaking. There is dust. There's something different about this spot. This part of the floor is weirdly clean. Did someone wipe it down or something? That's so funny that Kay's like totally bullshit. This bed doesn't look very comfortable, but the pillow cover is very clean. Spotless, in fact. I bet this is the kind of bed Gummy sleeps in. I can just picture it, can't you? No, I sense he's more of a mattress on the floor type. Dunk. Alright, so I think I feel pretty confident connecting these two things. Let's look at the trash can. The toilet could have gotten flushed down. This part of the floor has been wiped clean. Maybe B spilled some grape juice. Ace Attorney joke. We like that. That's a reference to Apollo Justice when they're talking about the wine and the grape juice, which I got smoked for. That's like my all-time, that's one of my favorite comments. Is on the Apollo Justice video, I said something about grape juice and wine, and somebody, the top comment, probably still if you go back on that video, is like, actually, and then they talk about how it actually is grape juice, and they're like, Shuchukumi's favorite drink was grape juice. Like, that's, alright, my bad. That's what I like about making videos. Oh, I'm not gonna say that, never mind. Just, the comments are funny. People with Ace Attorney stuff are, I love listening to people talk, I love listening to comments, but people are very quick to be like, objection. And there's no hurt feelings. We like an objection. Who knows, but we certainly can't imagine what he used to do the wiping. The torn out pages of that newspaper. Why wouldn't he just ask a guard for cloth or something, though? Perhaps he didn't want anyone to see what he was wiping up. What he was wiping up. I got nothing. Okay, that was pretty easy. I think we've about exhausted this cell. We've made significant progress by establishing a connection between Mr. Kanis and the victim.
This is bad, sir.
Is that the guard?
The security camera footage, sir. I watched it, and
It got erased.
What is it?
Can you show it to us?
Yes, sir. I have a small playback monitor with me.
Then what are you waiting for? Let's see it.
Da da da.
Ooh. Whoa. Was that?
That black thing. It's that dog, right?
Until now, our assumption was that the crime had taken place inside the prison proper, but the blood could have been wiped up. But it seems that assumption may have been wrong. Knight had actually been attacked and, well, I can pretty much guess.
Take that!
Oh, it's gonna be so funny if I'm wrong. Right here in the detention center. And the perpetrator was indeed Mr. Kanis' dog. This is just the evidence we need. I actually don't think it was the dog, and I really hope it wasn't because I like him, but we'll see. I hope this motivates Kanis to tell the truth. And if this is where Knight was actually murdered, then one of the pieces of evidence we found here in this cell takes on a whole new meaning. If Knight's cell was the crime scene, which piece of evidence takes on a new significance? I didn't need to narrate that, but we did. That's okay. The floor, where they wiped up blood or grape juice. The floor of Knight's cell was wiped clean, presumably, but by what, a dog? Presumably to remove something. Could that something have been his blood? Thank you, officer. Luminol, would you mind doing me one more favor?
Name it, sir.
There's a detective by the name of Gumshoe somewhere in this facility. I need you to give him a message. Tell him to have this cell tested for traces of blood and to report the results to Edgeworth.
You got it, sir.
Now we can really go after that Kanis guy, right, Mr. Edgeworth? No, not yet. We still don't know how Knight and the dog moved between his cell and the prison proper. God, that guitar's nuts. Right, so that's what we need to figure out next. Oh, I want that.
What's the play, coach? Where are we off to?
I suspect one of the guards might know something. We should ask those posted nearby and see what they have to tell us. Is this it?
That's it.
Perfect. I really like that song. I had a feeling that that would end it, moving on to the next thing, so I wanted to enjoy it for a second. Okay, time to get asking. Huh? Shi Long Long. It's gonna be so funny if I'm saying his name wrong. Thanks for the tour. I love his little cunty glasses.
Well, well, Mr. Prosecutor and his little friend. I didn't expect to run into you here. Must be my lucky day.
This is Agent Shi Long Long of Interpol. He was in charge of a case I worked on 2 weeks back. 2 weeks back?! I thought he'd gone home to Zhengfa after that, but here he is. I thought like years had passed. It's like, nice to see you again. You had some business to take care of, I take it, Agent Long.
You could say that. Nothing that needed concern you, though.
Hee hee. First a black hound, now a wolf all in black. Hey, wait, why are you all alone today? Well, cause his partner was evil. Was a bad guy, right? That's what happened, right? That's true. He's usually accompanied by an army of police officers. Okay, hot. Handsome. I heard you were at it again a couple of days back, sticking your nose into things. A couple of days back? He means the incident with the president of Zhangfa. Actually, I thought you might be there as well, heading up the security detail. Ha! Our president doesn't have much faith in the efficacy of his country's own police force. Maybe now we'll think twice before using contractors again. Amateurs. Agent Long doesn't have much faith in prosecutors or the courts to do their jobs right, which is why he's so meticulous about investigating with his hand-picked cream of the crop officers. Indeed, no doubt things would have turned out differently had you and your men been in charge. My men, huh? Yeah, those guys aren't around anymore. What? They're not. It's funny, isn't it? I'm a real lone wolf now. Ha! What are you saying, Agent Long? What on earth happened? I told you, it doesn't concern you. See you around, Mr. Prosecutor. Nasache. Wow, he seemed not okay. Yes, and I would very much like to know why. There's trouble in gay paradise, but there's nothing we can do about it now. We'll worry about Agent Long later. We have an investigation to conduct. Alright, let's start by talking to these guards. Pfft, really? It's so funny, my eyes just completely slid over them as options. Oh man, I'm in so much trouble. What's the matter? You seem perturbed. Oh, well, you see, one of my uniforms is missing. I could have sworn it was right here in my locker. Did it grow a pair of legs and run off somewhere? Where in the world did that idea spring from? Anyway, I hope you track it down soon. I'll be rooting for you. Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, I was gonna say that's totally noteworthy. Whoops. Wait. I love the way his torso twists, but his head does not move. I was wondering, have you seen an enormous black dog wandering around here lately? That thing? No way. If I had, well, let's just say I'd be a lot more nervous about standing guard here. So do you and this dog have some kind of history or something? Now, Kay, you should know when to let sleeping dogs lie. By the sound of it, Kanis' dog hasn't been spotted on this side of the heavy security doors. Hey, are those my faithful assistants I see before me? Fender, and where exactly have you been? Where have I been? I've been looking for you two. Been searching high and low. Wandering lonely through the prison halls. It was terrible, I tell you. But the prison's over there on the other side of the facility, boss. So listen, I just got the lowdown on some seriously dynamite material. You want to hear it, right? Right? Seamless. I was chatting with a few of the guards and they told me something très intéressant. Turns out the Bronxter had himself a little incident 2 days ago. Pre-mortem, if you catch my drift. An incident? Simeon told me you came to visit his pal, right? Well, it happened right after they wrapped up, when Bronco was being escorted back to his cell. Why is he doing Zoolander? It was just one... Stop. That's the fake guard. It was just one guard and he was handcuffed, Obs. Stop. Whoa. The Bronxter clobbered him, knocked the poor guy out cold. Sounds like it might have been the prelude to a jailbreak. Because when the other guards showed up, they couldn't find their comrade's keys. That's... Stop. Were there any rumblings about Knight attempting an escape? That's the bit that fries the old noggin. There were none. He just sat in his cell, then turned up dead. And what's more, he swore right to the end that he never stole the keys. They turned his cell inside out, too. But no dice. The guard who was struck, what did he have to say? Nothing. Poor guy was still out when they took him to the hospital. Word is, he's still there. So there's nobody around to tell us what really happened. Excuse me? What? There's just a... Ford truck key sitting on there. Whatever. Oh, it's a guard's key, so yeah, that probably is a car key. And 3 ancient chest keys. What the? It's you losers. That's all we need. Y'all are for real killing my mood. What the hell is his voice?
Why are you still hanging around here like a bad smell?
Hey there, little buddy. Listen, Miles here is working with me now as an associate.
Nonsense. You're all just here to cause trouble and turn my investigation into a fart.
Eustace means farce, of course. A simple slip of the tongue. Seemed like a reasonably apt choice of words to me. Judge Gavel, great to see you again. I know who you are. You are Simeon Saint's attorney. Guilty as charged. Now that we've broken the ice, how about a friendly... or not, I'm totally cool either way. Now, did I hear you correctly? That Mr. Edgeworth has joined the defense team? Yep, and me too. Your girl, Kay. We're officially employees of Edgeworth & Co. But a prosecutor is a public servant. You would draw your sword on the goddess to work for personal gain? It's not a problem if I'm not getting paid though, correct? Exactly, what he said. Miles here is just a volunteer. We're all about the pro bono stuff over at Edgeworth & Co. How wonderful. So you all work without reward? The goddess would surely approve. Yeah, I'm a regular philanthropist. Judge Gavel, I was hoping to ask about the grounds for Simeon Saint's arrest. That information is on a need. Is that a challenge I hear? No, I was just asking Judge Gavel. I'm always ready for a little verbal combat to show you what it takes to be a real winner. How is it verbal combat if you won't let me speak? Still, this could prove useful. Fine, we'll do as you suggest. Now, if you could begin by telling us why Mr. Saint was arrested. There will be no need for that. Ha ha! He's cutting her off, right? Not now, Gavel. Watch and wonder. As I put this pathetic prosecutor in his place. I think you meant to say that you'd be the one running rings around me. One running rings around. And I will, so badly that your ears will be ringing. Prepare to be humbled, Edgeworth. Does he suck? Like, is he like untalented? Is that his bit? He's kind of a loser? His music is so silly, I can't do this. You want to know why I arrested that man? It's simple. Simple. I found evidence. Evidence of him all over that thing. How's that for some winningly inconvertible, conclusive proof? And who saw the truth first? Why, me, of course. Winner by name, winner by nature. Oh my god, he's bugging me. Where do I even begin? Look at you, utterly lost for words in the face of such mastery. I'll take your silence as yet another win. Honestly, does he ever shut up? You said that you were the one who arrested Mr. Saint, but do you even have the authority to do so, Mr. Winner? Well, obviously it was the police who actually arrested him. But I told them to do it, so I think I can claim the credit, don't you? Of course, that's what he meant. This is clearly going to take a while. A shame, really. Given that I'm much more interested in what Judge Gavel is silently thinking over there. Yeah, this kid's bugging me too. Okay, what thing? Evidence of him was all over that thing. Could you be a little more specific, Mr. Winner? Blood on a weapon? Do I really have to spell it out for you, Edgeworth? I'd hoped even you could put 2 and 2 together. Stop messing around. The onus on you to provide a comprehensible testimony. Come now, Eustace. I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth and his friends would be very interested to learn how you cracked the case. Are they like mother-son? They certainly look keen to hear about it. Is he like a little Nepo baby? That'd be so funny. Fine, if you insist. I'll fill in the gaps. Brace yourselves, because this is going to blow your tiny little minds. I bet you didn't even know, but the victim had, wait for it, a chess set with him. And that chess set was covered in the fingerprints of a certain Mr. Simeon Saint. Weren't they friends? The evidence was they had each other's cell phone contacts. Like, okay. Praise be to the goddess of justice for the insight she offers, and congratulations once again, Eustace. You would not object to Eustace amending his testimony, I trust, Mr. Edgeworth? No, by all means, please do. Mr. Saint's fingerprints were right there, all over the victim's chess set. Okay, I don't think there's...
Hold it!
Tell me what you mean by that, goofball. You saw it first, and I suppose you can prove that. Oh my god. I made the connection the moment I saw the crime scene. It was a lightning-fast deductive leap. What more evidence do you need? Well, you haven't given me any evidence at all so far, so... Yeah. You still don't get it, do you? Well, don't worry. We can't all be born winners. I'm not sure I even want to get whatever it is he's talking about. Nice. A matter of light years is so funny. Okay, that's pretty good testimony. What the fuck? Christ. Do I have to just press everything? Is this something? I don't... Yeah, that's why there's prints on a dummy. So the fingerprints on the chess set are the ace up your sleeve. The what up my what? Oh, yeah, the chess set up the ace's sleeve. That's right, Edgeworth. I've got a winning hand, as usual. Only your winning hand is a busted flush. Speaking of busted flush, I'm waiting on the evidence about that toilet. I think something got flushed down there. For you see, it was Simeon Saint who brought that chess set to the victim in the first place. Therefore, it's only natural that his fingerprints are all over it. Pretty funny. Oh! That's so funny. The breakdowns sometimes are so crazy, like people burst into steam and explode. The idea of Eustace Winter having a little breakdown, which is like, oh, is cute to me. In conclusion, those fingerprints aren't proof of anything, and Mr. Saint's arrest was premature. Premature? The incident took place here within the walls of this facility, and being neither a guard nor a prisoner, it makes very little sense to suspect Mr. Saint. Now what? Oh my god, his hair was an exclamation point when it was normally a question mark. I think you might be the premature one here, Edgeworth. And to think you were the one accusing me of being hasty? Did he only just work out what that word means? Sure, I identified Mr. Saint as a suspect faster than pretty much anyone else, and I won the race when it came to picking out the crucial evidence too. I'm quick on the draw, you see. But hasty? Not at all. You're right that Mr. Saint isn't a guard or a prisoner here, but he was. Oh! Eustace. Judge Cavell. But out, Cavell. I have him right where I want him. Forgive me, Eustace, but if I may. She's so beautiful, I love her. While the particulars of this suspect are indeed fascinating, I like that. They don't ever talk, I like that, yes! I like that they're talking to each other. We have normally we have one character on screen at a time. The fact that we have them standing next to each other and she's turning to face him, that's like, it's subtle and that's small, but I dig that. This is cool. Don't we have something a little more impressive to share with the prosecutor?
Something more impressive?
If you wouldn't mind, Mr. Edgeworth, Eustace made an ingenious deduction concerning the murder weapon. Perhaps you would like to hear it.
Yes, of course, that. Well remembered, Gavel. Listen to this, Edgeworth, and prepare to be amazed.
Will this ingenious deduction explain why Mr. Saint was arrested?
Let's just say you won't be disappointed.
Judge Gavel deliberately diverted the conversation away from my line of questioning. Alright, my camera died, so that's a really good stopping point. It's right in the middle of the action, but I think I'll play this again maybe tomorrow and just pick it up and finish up. I don't know how long this chapter is, but I'll finish up whatever the to be continued part is to the best of my ability. Thank you for watching this. I'm really digging it. I feel like this case is more gripping than the first one, and maybe more than I felt in, most of the whole first game. Maybe it's the updated soundtrack and the way it looks and stuff, but I just am really gripped by it and into it. So I've got a few scripted things that I'm in the middle of writing, and thanks for watching this. I'm really into this. I hope you have a really nice New Year and holiday, and I hope to see you back soon. Bye. Thank you.